What's up YouTube, this is iTweaks here, and today we're going to be comparing the iPhone 5s to the iPhone 5. Now we're going to be testing their boot time, how fast they load up apps, their network speed on Wi-Fi, as well as the loading time for very high demanding games. So let's go ahead and get started with the boot time. Alright, so let's start right here with 1, 2, 3. Alright, so you can see that the Apple logo actually showed up on the 5S faster than it did on the 5, and that should be expected. The boot time should be quicker on the 5S due to the 64-bit processor. Now keep in mind that I have closed out of all the applications through the app switcher, so there shouldn't be anything open, and I've also cleared the history, cookies, and data. Alright, so you can see there that the 5S actually did load up quicker, and the 5 was about 4 seconds behind. So let's go ahead and swipe these unlocked. Alright, now let's open up some applications. Let's start with the notes. Alright, it looks like the 5S opened up the notes a little bit quicker. Now let's try the settings. Looks like the 5S was a little bit quicker again. Now let's try the camera app, because that usually takes a little bit longer when it comes to stock apps rather than the other ones. Alright, so the 5S definitely opened up a little bit quicker than that. Now let's try Safari. Okay, looks like the 5S loaded up in ESPN quicker than the 5 did. Let's go to the tabs here. Let's start a new tab. Oh, it looks like I have iPhone hacks open. Let's close that because that's where we're going to go next. And let's go here. And 1, 2, 3. Alright, looks like the iPhone 5 actually beat the 5S when loading up this. So let's click on a link here. Alright, the 5S beat the 5 in that comparison. Now let's scroll down here. Both very smooth. Nothing to complain about there on either phone. So let's try a different website. Let's go to a new, and we'll go to the Apple website. And surprisingly, it looks like nope, the iPhone 5S actually beat the 5. It looked like the 5 was going to beat the 5S at the beginning, but then the 5S had a rally there at the end. Alright, so let's do a network speed test. Let's use speed test right here to test the speed, and since we're on Wi-Fi, we'll do this one at a time. Alright, so it actually automatically put me on different servers for each phone, so let's go ahead and do this test again. Alright, so it looks like the download speed is 3.07 megabits and the upload at 1 megabit per second. Now keep in mind that I'm obviously not on a very fast internet, but let's see how the iPhone 5 does. So wow, the iPhone 5 actually did quite a bit better than the 5S in the download speed. Let's do a retest here just to be sure. And I won't make you sit through this. Alright, so that time it looks like the 5S beat the 5, but it looks like it's just fluctuating. I don't think that the speed of these are actually in comparison to the actual device. I think it's just the internet fluctuating. Alright, so now let's open up the game applications here. First, let's go ahead and open up Plants vs. Zombies, which is actually a very small and not very demanding game, so they both should open up pretty quick, but let's start with this one. Alright, so it looks like the 5S is actually beating it. I got a pop-up there, so that's probably what happened as to why. Well, 5S still beat it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and open up the next game, which is going to be Asphalt 8, which is a very high demanding iOS game here. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Well, it looks like we got the splash screen on the iPhone 5 before we did on the 5S. So let's tap here. And it loaded up a little bit quicker on the iPhone 5S. So let's just tap on career and see how fast this loads up. Okay, so let's flip it around right here. And we'll start at Nevada. And next. Oh, I missed it. Okay, that's fine. Ready, go. Alright, so the iPhone 5S definitely beat the 5 in loading up this little cinematic thing right here. Now, we're not actually going to play the game, so let's go back over here. Actually, we'll leave it in this view, and we're going to open up Infinity Blade 3, which is even more demanding than Asphalt 8. So here we go. Let's see which one starts up faster. Alright, so we already have some video up on the 5S. Now let's see how much longer. Not too much longer. Now when I did actually first open this game the very first time, there's like a two and a half minute opening scene, and the 5S actually beat the 5 probably by a good 30 seconds. So there's definitely some more processing power in the 5S than there is in the 5, and there's a major difference in loading times. But right now, you're actually not seeing that. You'll see that there is a little bit of a difference in terms of loading time against the 5S and the 5, but overall there wasn't a massive difference. So in my opinion, if you have an iPhone 5 and you're trying to debate whether or not you want to spend the money on the 5S or wait for the iPhone 6, in terms of performance, the iPhone 5S is a little bit better, but if you're not impressed with the performance difference, then I would say wait for the iPhone 6. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter for updates. And if you haven't checked out my gaming channel, go over there and stop by and say hey. Alright guys, until next time, peace.